I'm a little nervous about giving this all away. I've spent a lot of time building this out. Our internal teams use this. This is knowledge that I've learned throughout my entire tenure at Microsoft, at Amazon, and building my two companies now and working with all of my different clients. This is the crux of customer success. If you're a service-based business, and you want to focus on retention, you want to improve your client's experience while growing their accounts, or if you have a team in place to do that, but either one of those is an issue. There's really one thing that you can do, and it's tracking or understanding your customer goals, tracking their progress towards achieving those goals, and being able to make upsells and fix retention because of these conversations and goal tracking. It really allows you, if you do this properly, it allows you to position yourself as a part of your client's team and working towards their goals. I have outlined exactly how they do this. I have my teams follow this to a T. I have my clients use this document to fix their retention. If they need help implementing, our teams will come in and help implement, but it is a detailed guideline. I'm going to run through it right now. If you guys want it, reach out to me. I'm going to share it. Despite all of the instincts I have to not give away my hard work, I'm going to do that because this is the age we're in today. There's no more gatekeeping of information. It's all about sharing. By the way, I have a SaaS version of this coming out, and I'm happy to share with any of you SaaS owners at a later date. Today, we're going to focus on service-based businesses, consultants, coaches, literally anyone that's B2B and is service-based. So let's go through this right now. Table of contents to make it easy. You can click around. It's going to jump to these different sections. We're going to go back to the top. Again, system overview. We cover how to collect goals, what questions to ask, when to ask for them, how to set up meetings, exactly what questions and how many questions. If we go through here, phase one, we break this up super simple to follow. Collecting goals from clients through a questionnaire before onboarding. Between 5 to 7 questions, we tell you how long it should take a client to fill out the survey, what tools to use to collect this information. What does a structured onboarding call look like? How long should it be? What should the questions be asked, or what questions should you be asking during that onboarding call? What documents should you review? What should the output be? We also talk about how to implement this entire process. We lay out exactly how you should do it, very detailed, and you can customize it to your team. If we look at the pre-meeting, we suggest you sending questionnaires to your clients before your onboarding. So you're collecting goals ahead of time. We talk to you about how to implement these questions into your onboarding and the later on processes that we'll cover. You can see here on screen. We move into what does a structured onboarding call look like, and we give you full guides all the way to the minutes. Wanting to structure it for the first 5 minutes, the 20 to 30 minutes, what questions to ask, how should it be structured following that call. Formulating the goals into SMART goal format. We teach your team this document lays out exactly what is a SMART goal, what is an example of a SMART goal, how do we use a SMART goal, and why is it important? How do we tie actions to a SMART goal to create a roadmap forward working with our client? And we talk to you about, or we give you examples on, again, project management tools, customer relationship management tools, all these different platforms that you can use to implement the SMART goals and the tracking of these goals with your teams or your clients. Best practices. Then we even provide here an SOP, a standard operating procedure, in terms of this entire process we've laid out of collecting the goals, onboarding, running your regular check-ins with the client, all the way up to finding upsell opportunities or preventing churn. We give you, again, extreme amount of detail here, step by step. Your team can follow this, and all of a sudden your team is working towards a professional retention strategy. If you go down a little bit further, we also mention how to monitor these goals. How do we update them so the client has met their goals? How do we create stretch goals? What does that look like? If they've not met our goals, how do we adjust the goals to make them more realistic? We also go into different levels of ownership for each of these goals. We give your team direction on how do we assign individual owners to each of these goals to actually make it more effective for us to accomplish them instead of saying these are our goals and we hope we achieve them, right? And revisiting that there's been no progress because there's no ownership. We tell you exactly how we would assign ownership and how would we go about moving the needle towards achieving these goals. More templates in here. So we even give you templates on how to reach out to your clients with the updates on the progress, updates, goal changes, or updates from different owners. We give you suggestions on exactly where you should be creating all of these different outreaches or questions, and even the scorecards themselves. Here's an example of a scorecard in the background here. You can see, so you have a really basic monthly update here with a progress towards goal, the different action steps that are going to be coming out of these goals with the individual owners. We have resources here for you to download as in templates, best practices when it comes to common pitfalls, client communication best practices, being transparent, regular updates, why it's important to do these things. Common goal categories. I mentioned this before. So bucketizing the different goals that are common and what are some metrics that usually are aligned in case your team doesn't have an idea of we know what our goal is, but we don't know how to track it, right? We give you that information here. All in all, this is a one size fits all for all service based businesses. This is extremely valuable information. And I've been told today's world, you just do not keep this information anymore. You give it out. I hope you all find value in this document. Let me know if you would like to be one of the people that receives it. And if you have any issues in implementation or further questions on what to do with this document, reach out to me. We can have a session. This is my area of expertise. If there's one thing I'm good at in this world, it's customer success. I'm a professional. I have 2 companies around it, and I have spent over a decade perfecting the art of customer success. I hope you found this valuable, and I look forward to hearing from you.